Hey guys, how's it going? We are getting there on the views. How's everybody doing today? It posted twice. Yeah, well, I don't know. Facebook's a funky thing. Sometimes it will post and sometimes it will not post at all. So as you see, we're having a giveaway here. We're trying to get a little momentum on some announcements that we have coming up in the next couple weeks. So we're trying to get as much exposure as we can because it really benefits the community in a whole. Vendors, if you happen to tune in, happen to catch this, man, this is probably really loud, isn't it? If you happen to catch this, stay tuned because we're going to be offering something for you all too that has not been offered yet from anyone else. Awesome. Thank you, panelists, for signing up for the site. Larry, how you doing, man? Yeah, I know. It's late sometimes. And we had Norman on last night, and he was sitting here yawning because it was too late. He pretty much up and ran out the building after the show. So, yeah, it's awesome. Leighton Knowles' brother, Flower Power Coffee. Flower Power Coffee is a CBD infused coffee. Find them at Flower Power Coffee Co. And until our product comes in here, you can order through their website and use TBSC 15 for 15% off. All right, enough of the shameless plugs. I mean, I got like 20 more that I really probably should be plugging. We have the Wellness Center, Greener Pastures in Portland, Maine, that is doing the grand opening on the 26th. So it's literally, I'm coming back from vacation, and I don't know if I'm going to be back on the 26th. Shit. Well, damn, I don't know if I'm going to be back in time for the rehab thing. Damn it. Anyway, so yeah, we have the holistic rehab opening up in Portland. We have Genis Farms and Genis Productions has joined. We have joined forces in promoting the Freedom Field. We're going to promote a Kratom Fest there, Kratom Fest 2018. All the information for Kratom Fest and everything we're doing is on the website that I just created. Kratom, yeah, it's on my profile. Oh, I need assistance is what I need. Kratom-research.com. I've done like 6. And so if you go on kratomresearch.com, you can find all the information about the Kratom Fest. In that website, we have a platform where you'll always be able to find us. We want anecdotal evidence going on. I'm going to be teaching more about how to give a proper... Hey! You guys back there yelling. Nothing like being live, huh? I'm going to try and give best instructions as I can on getting that information out there. We're going to be sending out, with every order, we're going to have a document for you to fill out. And once you fill it out and send it back, we're going to send you a special sample pack to be part of the Kratom research project. All right, so we're doing pretty good. We got 14 views out there. Trying to see if I can track of shares. We got 9 shares. So far for shares, we have Joy, Kate, Jennifer, Matt, Stanley, Dale, Vicky, Cameron Reeves, Larry Ray, Carrie Cummings. You all have shared. No, you all have liked. 16 shares. We've got more. Oh, it's going up. I'm going to hold off and let some more viewers call it. Join in. Does anybody know who wants to call in yet? What are you saying, Noel? Yes, absolutely. Leighton, go ahead and share the Facebook page, Flower Power, on here if you want. What's going on, Norman? We're getting some momentum going on. The big release is coming. So I took it upon myself to offer up a variety pack. I want 4 callers to call in, okay? In order for you to qualify for this, you need to give a testimony that we're recording live here right now. And then after that, I'm going to put your name in a hat. And as soon as Norman or Veronica or somebody comes in, walks through the door, after the 4 testimonies, we'll draw the name for the 2.2 split. Now, if you want the product's yours. If you want to pay it forward, you can pay it forward. I'm going to leave that up to you. We can discuss that. That's all right. Dale, it's going to be call-in. I'm not doing the internet because it takes up too much bandwidth. And with so many viewers on, it really drops the signal. So I'm going to put my phone number up for the call-in line right here. All right. If I can find it. All right. So that is the number to call in. Be ready to give your name and your testimony. We got to keep this to a real situation. Same number as last night, 207-669-8225. The number is on the screen. Your name will be put in for a chance to win 2.2 split to keep or pay forward. Make this phone ring. Let's go, guys. 207-669-8225. Let's hear your testimony on what Kratom has done for you. The walking testimony. Look up in the corner. It says, Kratom, I am a walking testimony. Let's hear your testimony for a chance to win 2.2 split. Oh, come on. It doesn't take much service. Who over the guy here? Come on. There we go.
You have a call. Press 1 to answer the call. Press 2.
Hello, you are live on the air.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Carey, and I'm from Virginia.
Hi, Jen. How are you?
Hey, I tried calling in last night, but I couldn't make it through.
Yeah, it got really crazy in here last night after I opened up them lines. Jennifer Carey. Right.
Yes. I want to share my story.
Please do.
I found Kratom. Yeah, I found Kratom about 6 months ago. I have chronic pain. I suffer from 4 different autoimmune diseases. The most painful for me is interstitial cystitis. That is a bladder disease that most people haven't heard of. I have tried so many medications. I was taking 25 prescription medications. I went to a pain specialist, and they said that my diseases could not be treated with opiates or narcotics. So I was pretty much living my life in bed. I own a support group for chronic illnesses, and I saw a lot of people posting articles about Kratom, asking, does it really do what it says it's going to do? It was almost like the people that took Kratom at that time, I guess, or in my world, they didn't want to talk about it. It was like this underground world. So after I figured out how to dose it, the first time I took it, I literally almost cried. I had no pain. It lasted, I think, for about 5 hours the first time I took it.
Wow.
So what I do now is I tell everyone that I know what Kratom has done for me. And in my support group alone, I think at least 20 people have began using Kratom. I've had members walk away from their pain specialists. I've had members come to me where they're pain specialists. With the opiate epidemic where it is, a lot of people that are getting medications for their chronic pain, they're being weaned off improperly. They're having their prescriptions lowered.
Yeah.
So in my world, it's a chronic pain testimony. Am I cured? No. I still feel pain, but I can actually function. I can actually get up and do what I need to do. I can grocery shop now. I mean, that sounds silly, but I can grocery shop now. I can clean. I can go out and have fun. Oh, my goodness. Last summer was the first vacation I had in years that I could actually enjoy myself.
Awesome. That is awesome. You probably said it. How long have you been taking Kratom now?
It's only been 6 months.
Okay, that's awesome. But you notice a difference right away, as I did. I mean, it was the difference night and day within the matter of 45 minutes. I mean, I was able to walk over to my wife and hold on one second. If you're calling in while we are live on the phone, we are not going to answer until I say next caller and put the number back up on the line. All right, sorry about that. I'm getting beeped hard.
That's okay.
Yeah, so no, that's exciting. 6 months, and you're already bringing people in from the other pain groups and spreading the message. I love it.
Yes, and my doctor, I told her about Kratom, and she totally supports it. So my primary doctor, me and her discussed Kratom constantly. And, oh my goodness, last time I was in there was a med student. And of course she asked me, is it okay if the med student comes in? I'm like, absolutely. Because with me, she tells me I'm not the average bear. When we go in and we talk what's going on with me, it's a more complicated visit.
Right.
Because of my multiple diseases. So the med student's sitting there, and you can see her her eyes are getting wide as I talk about each rare disease I have. And we start talking about Kratom, and she didn't know what Kratom was. And it's fabulous to me because my psychiatrist, I brought it up vaguely, and you could tell that he believes the negative stigma. He compared it to heroin. That alone, whether it's petty or not, I'm not going to be a psychiatrist, but
right. Are you the one that called and talked to the shop earlier today?
No, I'm not.
No, we have somebody else that's going through kind of the similar thing where their primary doctor has really pretty much referred them to take Kratom, and we have had dialogue with the doctor, but their psychologist people over at another hospital has all of a sudden started refusing any further treatment because she was found positive for kratom. So that
exactly,
we're going to be going on hopefully some type of attack on that, because that's cruel and unusual punishment in my theory. But we're going to have to see what we can do about that.
I take Klonopin for anxiety. So the sad part about it is, like with my primary doctor, I scream, yes, kratom. But because I know what he believes, I have to hide it. He did ask me to check my blood. So what I did was I took the order and I took it to my primary doctor, and I'm like, what is he looking for? Because if he was looking for kratom, I was about to walk away.
Right.
But I can't live without kratom. It's not because I'm addicted. It's because I can function. You have no idea how many days I would spend in bed.
Right.
And I wouldn't even sound cheery like I do now, because there was no reason to be cheery.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And I am so excited that I found you, because this underground world that it seemed like it was for me, I only knew one good vendor. I ordered from another separate vendor and I got cut stuff. That was a little disheartening. So the fact that I met you and I saw your website and everything you got going on, so excited to have met you.
Well, thank you. Hey, listen, I have another caller coming in. It's Chef Michelle. So I'm going to cut you short. I got your name down for the split. Okay. And thank you for calling in, and hopefully we hear from you again. I just want to try and keep this moving on, because this is another important call. Thank you for calling.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Derek.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Now, Michelle, you can call. Sorry about that. Layton, if you're listening, have her call again, or you can give me the number and I can call her. Maybe I can find it. Oh, Layton's on. All right. All right, I am calling Chef Michelle. I think. Yep, here we go. Michelle.
Hello.
Hello, Michelle. How are you? Chef Michelle.
I am excellent.
Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi there, my name is Michelle Doty. I am the chef, and I am also the Flower Power Infusion Queen with Flower Power Coffee Company. And if you know us or heard of us, we are a coffee company that does CBD infused coffees and some pretty amazing edibles, and go out and do education and try to help people get off of big pharma, get off of opiates. There's a huge epidemic in the chef community of opiate and even just over-the-counter NSAID abuse. And I'd really like to help my fellow chefs. It's a hard life, and a lot of addictions in this business. So here we are, and here I am, and here you are.
Right? I mean, nothing happens by mistake is how I view it. I'm not sure if you're aware, but not only was I a carpenter, but during the winters, I always worked in kitchens. I actually got my culinary arts degree back when I was 18 years old. It's a little well-kept secret because I can't stand cooking anymore. I mean, I do it, but I did it so much. I mean, I leave it to the pros now,
I was going to say, well, you can cook for me when we come and hang out together. That's perfect.
I'm still a hell of a breakfast cook.
That's amazing. Breakfast is my favorite food.
Awesome.
That's awesome. So, but yeah, I've had experience with kratom too. I got very ill about 4 years ago. At age 45, I got very sick with mono. And my doctor considered it super mono. I was out of work for 5 months, hospitalized for 5 days. They thought I was having a heart attack. All my nerves were inflamed. But I've struggled with, I basically have a chronic autoimmune now where it kind of mimics lupus, but it is all based on the monovirus, the Epstein-Barr. I get recurring infections. I took a lot of opiates for a long time, weaned myself off of them, and I have used a lot of Kratom to help me do so. I think it's an amazing opportunity for people to use something that's natural and that's healthy, that still gives them the level of relief that they can go out and function at a normal level. I mean, chefs need to be very highly functioning. It's a very physical job. Being a carpenter is a very physical job. Being a mom, being a stay-at-home mom is a very physical job. You know, we've got to keep moving.
Right.
Pardon me. And, you know, I've got probably some pretty lasting liver damage from the amount of acetaminophen that I consumed that was just tagged on with all of this.
Hold on, Michelle. I think
opiates.
Leighton's trying to call us. His last four digits, 0191.
That's me.
That's you. Okay. All right. Well, I had
1091 is me.
Yeah, I had another call from 440 coming in, so I thought maybe it was Leighton. I was going to try and do a conference.
I think he was actually trying to call in using my number, but do you have his number?
He can text it to me. I can see what he's texting.
Okay.
Leighton,
have him.
text me your number, and I will try and see if I can do a conference three-way on here.
That would be awesome. So, anyway, trying to introduce Kratom to people, I think our biggest thing, Derek, is just education.
Right. And, I'm sorry.
The same with CBD.
Yeah.
It's people are uneducated, and they've been so conditioned by negative press. Let's put it out there, because there's a lot of negative press on everything. They've been so conditioned by that to have that knee-jerk reaction, like, oh, that's bad. I think the education is the strongest thing. I think that's the biggest thing, that one of the biggest obstacles we face, because who wouldn't rather have a natural substance? I don't know, me personally,
Right.
I would much rather have a natural substance than a chemical.
In the science, and I mean, I think that's where the CBD community and the chef community, everybody is going to be able to bring this all to the next level and be able to help promote it to a point where we get the sciences behind it, and then we have everybody educating at the levels that we need them educating at.
Well, and what better community to educate at than food, because everybody needs food.
Exactly.
Everybody wants to eat.
Exactly. Listen, I'm going to try and get Leighton on this line, okay? Bear with me 1 second. If I drop the call, both of you guys call back in, all right?
Not a problem.
All right, let's see if we can get this to work. This is Chef Leighton Knowles, the ninja, culinary ninja, Chef Leighton Knowles.
Let me guess, I'm live on the air.
You
so I should not swear.
You are live on the air, sir. Now, let me see if I can figure out how to get her back in here.
You have a call from
Matt.
Nope.
Warner.
Oh, I'm sorry.
press 1 to answer the call. Press 2 to send the call
No.
to voicemail.
End call.
Press
Are you still there? Resume. Hello, are you still there?
I am.
All right, let's try this again. All right, who's on the line?
Me.
I'm here.
Perfect.
I'm here.
Woo! I did it. That's my first. Yes.
So can I just ask, is this live?
This is live.
This is our first live three-way.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! My poor husband. So,
Awesome. I've been kind of watching on and off most of the morning through whenever I could. So
I appreciate it.
I like it. Very, very good flow. Very well keeping capturing everyone's attention, keeping it going, and keeping that education going. Because this is why we're doing what we're doing, right?
Right, exactly, and
Right.
that's
That's
just
exactly
it.
right.
Reaching out in as many avenues as we can with education
Bring
and
it to the
science.
masses.
That's right.
We have to. You know, we're battling a huge industry that doesn't want us to educate people. So here we go. You know, so we have to use what's available to us.
Yeah, they don't want us here. They don't want Kratom here. They don't
No,
want
they don't.
CBD here. We're
No, they
changing
don't.
lives with leaves. We are changing lives with leaves in there. It's pissing them off is what it's doing. And
It really is.
Whatever, you know, we're going to make a stand and we're going to push forth no matter what. The Freedom Fest, the Freedom Field, the Kratom Fest, that's going to be a platform where I think we're going to make a huge difference, not only with the Kratom, but with you guys too as well, I hope. I think we have some plans on getting the flower power.
There is. Yep, we're keeping things hush-hush for the next couple of days, as was discussed previous.
Right.
We can get all paperwork signed and dotted, and then we can move forward and let everyone know how we can bring education to the masses in more ways than one.
Right.
So yeah, it's going to be fun. A couple of things I think you guys are doing very, very well on is, you know, pushing forward. Like we tried to meet down at the Today Show with Eric, and it kind of went a bit skew-with, but you did have people who came out to support, which was really good. There was a lady who I actually hung around with afterwards. We went to the Megyn Kelly Today Show, which we, you know, I'm freaking gutted that we couldn't join, but I think we should try and plan that again.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially for New York, because New York is really under fire with the whole Kratom thing. I don't know how you guys are doing with the CBD aspect, but New York is not liking the Kratom at all.
This is where we as a company, because Flower Power as a company, I'm going to explain to people who don't know who we are for a moment, and then explain why we're on this call together. We as a company, you know, we work, our main focus is around education. Educating people about CBD, about the plants, about the difference between hemp and marijuana, you know, to the point where now we have actually changed our information leaflet so that it does actually explain more hemp, because we are a hemp-based product. We are 100% legal, just like we're fighting every day to make sure that people know, just like you are with Kratom, to make sure people know the difference, how actual natural medicines are good for you, and Big Pharma does not like it, what it comes down to. And that's why we're all advocates in what we believe, whether it's Kratom, whether it's CBD, and we're about to shock everyone by bringing the both powers of these leaves together.
That's right. And
I'm super excited.
Since we're here and we have a pretty good viewing going right now, what exactly, Michelle, are we doing?
Are we ready to go there?
Let's do it. Why not?
I'm ready. Yeah.
Let's do it. Why not?
With the power of Kratom.
We're bringing the leaves together. It's a meeting of the minds, and it's a meeting, I think, of hearts as well, trying to help people and trying to save people, because these drugs are killing people every day. So here's your alternative. We're about to introduce to you in a very short amount of time our first infused Kratom tea. We've got some flavors planned for you. I'm not going to go into huge details on ingredients. We'll just say there's one for the morning to perk you up and one for night to help put you to bed. So
Awesome.
we're going to cover you from day to night. You're going to be able to handle your business in the day and hopefully those amazing wild dreams at nighttime.
Right.
So that you can get up the next day to be super productive. We've got some other things that we're talking about in the works, maybe a little bit of candy, some infused candies that we're working on, because I do love candy. And we've just got some big plans for the future. I'm super excited about the teas. Everything will be all natural. Everything will be organic. Everything will be responsibly sourced. The packing will be done in hemp. I'm super excited for how we're going forward for this.
Right.
So, very excited. I've been doing a lot of research on some different herbals and the way they work together, and we've been studying up on some different
some different compounds and some different methods on dehydrating and delivery. So I'm very, very excited about what we've got coming up. I'm really pumped for this collaboration. My grandmother was a master organic gardener back in the 70s before it was really, it just really kind of gotten cool again. And I remember she was so crazy. She used to keep ladybugs in the refrigerator. I mean, that was my grandmother. So we grew up growing everything. We harvested raspberry leaves for tea. We went and picked our dinner in the garden every day. So this is kind of very near and dear to my heart. I wish Kratom had been available for my grandmother at the end of her life. Opiates were so hard on her just to give her comfort. I mean, she was 93. And just to give her some comfort without all the side effects. It would have been so nice to have been able to do that for her. So as I go forward, I think about her every time I work on compounding something or grinding something. I think about my grandmother, and I do this for her in her honor.
That's awesome.
So I'm really excited.
And the tea, they're going to be kind of like the Sleepy Time tea bag type deals. And
yes, we're going to be doing, it's going to be chamomile based. Yep. So you guys will get a good night's sleep. We're going to put some good flavor in there just due to the fact that Kratom has a little bit of a green flavor, and some people aren't used to it. Yep. And so...
Sorry.
Kratom is not the tastiest thing you'll ever taste. However, we're going to work on that. It is. It is about to be. That's exactly right.
Right. It's about to be flavorful for the first time ever.
Yes.
Some of the ingredients that we're going to be working on, we'll obviously be disclosing in the near future. But the thing that people need to know is once this announcement is made and once you guys are ready, they can start doing these pre-orders whenever you guys are happy. We'll get the samples out, and then Derek can probably give like a giveaway for a sample. We'll make sure there's enough in there for people who are watching and following on later on. Because, like I said, I love the flow of the show that you put together. I've watched it develop over the past month and a half since you got your equipment.
Yeah.
No, actually before.
Yeah.
No, bro. When did Veronica get you everything?
December, just before my birthday.
Because that's the other thing that I do want to point out is Announcent Bay is like Flower Power is very family and community driven, very small, knitted. And behind this camera is another strong woman who's you going into you folks. And that's the other thing that, is people are going to notice about this collaboration is we're going to highlight people that do all the work that you don't see, because it's that makes companies grow, and it's that makes people come together,
Absolutely.
This is extremely true.
Hi, wifey.
Layton says hi, wifey, to Veronica if you're watching. She may be on the road delivering Edward to the babysitter. But yeah, we are so very, very excited. Norman's excited. Veronica's excited. Everybody here is excited just to be able to collaborate on so many different levels. And to the listeners, I mean, you don't even begin to know the levels that things are about to happen. And it's going to be all good, all positive.
So, Derek, you're going to be at Nikon, correct?
Yes, sir.
Because we're doing our demo at Nikon, and since you said you do culinary, Michelle needs what's the nice term for on air, Michelle? An assistant? Do you think is that a better word than what we do in the kitchen?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I could.
How about a pair of helping hands, Jerry?
Sure, I'll come down and chef it up. I'll come down and chef it up. I'd love to.
Good.
Excellent. I love that. And then maybe we could talk a little bit more about what we're doing. So I'm very excited.
Awesome. I'm so stoked. Oh, man. Awesome. Well, listen, guys.
So
thank you.
The website that people need to follow for updates and information is your website, which is
TauntonBaySoapCompany.com and Kratom-research.com. Get in there, fill out all the information. You can find the Kratom Fest for it. You'll always be able to find me through KratomFest.com, no matter what happens. And of course,
and for those that are wondering more about CBD, you can go to www.flowerpower.coffee, and we have certain tabs So we have our About Us as a company, press and events that we are going to or will be at, such as NECAN that is coming up. And then we also will be posting updates on what's happening with our collaboration on both websites. So if people want to know what's going on, as well as Facebook, especially with the way that, you know, social media is going, then hit everyone up on the website, because it's the quickest way to get in touch with companies.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Also,
social media is shutting a lot of these things down, so you got to keep an eye
Right.
on us.
You do. Also, follow us on Instagram. We do some fun things. We have a good time. We're pretty interactive. We love people. And like I said, very excited to move forward.
I'm going to do a quick plug for one of the venues that our products are actually at, which I want to try and do an educational one in New York once we've discussed moving forward and everything else, as was discussed previous, is Caffeine Underground in Brooklyn. Amazing place.
Yay!
And they have great CBD products, and they will soon have the teas once they're available.
Nice.
So,
Amazing.
there we go.
We're rocking it on, man. Thank you guys very much.
We are.
I have to get off the phone.
I know you
I
do.
believe I'm still talking, but I got to go. But we'll
Awesome.
speak soon. Let's get this everywhere on social media, share, blast, whatever we have to do. But let's do it.
I'll be uploading this to YouTube as soon as we're done with our couple other testimonies. And yeah, this is awesome. This is awesome. Thank
Excellent.
you.
Adios, Presidente.
Ciao.
Peace.
Derek, it's been a wonderful talk. I'm super excited to move forward, but I've even got some other great ideas that I'm not going to spill out here on your live show. But I hope people understand that we're going to make it more easily accessible. We're going to make it more delicious, and we're going to help people.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
We'll see you in NECAN.
Yeah. Woo. Bye.
Bye. Peace. All right, so that's some exciting stuff. This phone has been ringing off the hook. If you've been calling, feel free to call back in. I still have time for a couple more callers. Yeah, I mean, I really don't have a limit to how long I can go, but I did promise 4 callers for a chance to win this 2.2 split. You can keep or pay it forward. Leighton, awesome job. Thank you. I've had your website up here, sharing it with everybody. We're going to make this thing happen. Loving it. Loving every minute of it. All right, see what we got going on.
You have a call. Press 1 to answer the call.
Hello, you are live, Taunton Bay.
Hey, Derek, this is Larry from Michigan.
Larry, how are you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing fantastic. I feel like I'm almost talking to like celebrities. You guys have no idea of what you guys have, like that your company has done for me. I guess, you know, if I get to mumbling because this is such a big deal to me, you know, just tell me to shut up and I'll move on.
Okay, man. No worries. Let me get, can I get your last name real quick, though? Or message me if you don't want it public. That way I can put you in here.
Yeah, that's fine. It's Larry Ray. All right.
Okay, cool.
And so my journey started several years ago when, you know, it was a birthday party night and I did a little bit too much drinking and I fell off a roof. And I broke my ankle, tore some tendons and ligaments. And going through that process, I mean, I was just getting prescription after prescription and, you know, to help with the pain, and it was great. Well, one day out of the blue, when I go to get a refill, they tell me, nope, no more. Now you can take Motrin and Tylenol. Well, by then it was too late. And I didn't realize it was too late until I was just sitting there going crazy, trying to figure out how could I get more, you know, pain pills. I ended up talking to a couple of guys and was buying them left and right. My addiction sent me out of control. I literally lost everything but my life. I lost my good paying job that I had tried for years to get. I lost my car, my house, my wife. I mean, it was so bad. I mean, I was stealing money out of my kids' piggy banks. You know what I mean? And it got to a point, you know, my wife got fed up. God bless her, I can't blame her. And it got to a point to where I was seriously considering how to get away with knocking off like pharmacies and robbing these stores. And out of nowhere, my cousin, who I had no idea, she also had a opiate addiction, and told me about this Kratom. And I said, man, what is that? I really need something. And she told me about your guys' site. I'm not going to lie. The first time I made an order with you guys, it did nothing for me. Now, I was still taking a lot of stuff that, and I was ready to cuss everybody out. Like, the Kratom stuff is a joke. It doesn't work. My cousin assured me it would, and to be patient. I started being patient. I stopped taking everything else and strictly focused on the Kratom, and that was almost 4 years ago. I have not touched or even thought about taking another drug since then. And, you know, I also like to mention how, you know, everybody talks about, well, specifically like the FDA and stuff, how addicting this substance is. And, you know, I've dealt with really addicting substances, and I ran out of Kratom before. Now, I'm not going to lie and say I don't get anything. You know, there's a little sluggish feeling. Yeah, but not once have I thought about stealing from my kids to buy a bag of Kratom. Right. Not once have I thought about how can I rob a store to go get money for Kratom. I mean, it's a total different type of, I guess, I don't know, withdrawal or something like that. Right. And you guys just seriously, I mean, I can't thank you enough. It's your company that really, truly saved my life, because I was trying other vendors too, trying to grab the free samples and the sales, and it was your company that I always kept coming back to. And now it's been solely you guys, and I can't thank you guys enough. Really saved my life.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. It's testimonies like yours that we need, and you know, it's this stuff's going to be around forever. I'm going to be uploading it to YouTube, and we're going to be getting these anecdotals out there, man. It's going to be irrefutable. I appreciate you calling in, and your name is in the list. And is there anything else you want to say?
No, I just, you know, just to everybody out there, you know, I mean, this really is, I mean, how you can go wrong with a natural substance. And you really got to take in consideration, you know, what's driving the FDA and the DEA, you know, because if everybody learns about Kratom, nobody's buying their medications anymore. So you really got to take that in consideration with all these things that they try to say about this literal life-saving plant. And again, I'm so happy to finally talk to you guys, and I can't thank you enough. Keep up the good work, man. Kratom up.
We will, man. Thanks. Peace. Kratom on, man. We'll talk to you later. Yeah. Bye. Awesome. Thank you, Larry Ray. I love hearing these stories. You know, 4 years, that's a long time to be opiate free. I've been 6 years for the most part. When I say most part, it's because a year of it, I was on tramadol, because I really tried quitting opiates 6 years ago, but the doctors put me on tramadol and Adderall because I'm ADHD as a mofo, and I got severe degenerative disc and blah, 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 blah. Perfect timing. All right.
You have a call. Press 1 to answer the call.
Hello, you are live with Taunton Bay. How are you?
Hey, Derek.
How's it going?
Good. My name is Matt Garner.
Ah, yes. Throws me off with the name being different on the caller ID.
Oh yeah, sorry.
That's okay, man. How's it going for you?
Good.
Good.
I have it's kind of hard for me because as far as what happened with me with opiates, there's only a handful of people that know what happened with me, and it was like 2012. I kept it really quiet and to myself. I really didn't want a whole lot of family members and friends getting really worked up and upset, but yeah, so over the pharmaceutical opiates, because of many different chronic pain issues I have, I think they started giving Vicodin to me in like 2005, and then that got changed to Percocet like a couple years later, and then I ran into some really bad spinal problems, and and they put me on oxycodone, like they upped the dose. And I had 2 surgeries, and I had permanent nerve damage and lower part of my body, and that was because of, oh man, I had an untreated bulged disc for like over 10 years.
Yep.
And one morning, my opiate use was good for a long time. Like I was really monitoring it. But one morning I woke up and realized, wait a minute, this can't be right. Like as I was looking at my bottle, and I kept thinking, no, this can't be the right bottle. There's not enough in here. And I totally freaked out because I had gotten a bottle filled. I looked at it again and I was like, no, this is the newest bottle. And I thought, oh my God, like, I'm not sure how I'm even standing upright. So because I had taken so many, and that's when I realized, oh, damn, like I now have a problem. So, to make a long story short, I really didn't get a whole lot of help from doctors. I couldn't go to like a treatment facility because it was insanely expensive. And not only that, but the closest one to me was like 4 hours away, and I just didn't want to do that. So I did a lot of research, and with my wife's help, I went through like 2 weeks of withdrawal hell. Then after that, all my pain obviously came back. So they put me on tramadol, and tramadol was totally useless for me. And not only that, but I had an addiction to that. So I jumped online because I thought there has to be something else out in the world that can help me. And I found Kratom, and I did a ton of research on it. And when I say that, I mean, I did a lot of research. I didn't go to just one website and go, oh, okay, that's it. That's what I want to hear. So that has to be right.
Right.
You know? And I feel like a lot of people do that, and you shouldn't. Like, you should go to as many sites and talk to as many people as possible. Then I ran into a good friend who I had no idea had already been taking Kratom. So she said, "Here, I'll give you some of mine. Try it out." And it worked amazingly well the first time I tried it. So I weaned myself off of the tramadol, and I started taking the Kratom, and that was in 2013. I've been on and off Kratom quite a few times since then. So there's people that are saying, you know, well, it's addictive, and just as addictive as opiates and heroin. For me, that's not true. I can stop taking Kratom anytime I want to. There's a slight irritability for about a day.
Yeah.
It's not like the 2-week hell that I went through when I stopped taking oxycodone. I have not experienced any other side effects where most of the medication that I've been on was giving me crazy side effects.
Yeah.
And my nerve damage pain is gone when I take it. Now, like one of the other callers said, it's not a cure, but unfortunately for me, there is no cure. At least not right now. There's not a cure for nerve damage. So I'll take what I can get, and in the safest way possible. And for me, that's this. none of the other stuff worked, and no one wanted to help me, or it seemed like no one wanted to help me. And they just kept giving me prescription after prescription after prescription, and that went on for years and years. And like I said, I come from a background where a lot of people around me have been alcoholics and drug addicts. So I did not want that to happen to me, and for years it didn't, and then boom, just like that, it did. And I was pretty embarrassed and upset by it. So that was really why I thought, okay, I'm not really telling anybody about this. I'm just going to get through it with the help of my wife and a couple other people. And that was it. Done. I haven't had an opiate since, and I won't ever. I have no interest in going back to me, it's junk.
Right. Yep. Same here. That's awesome, man. 2013. That's pretty much when we started the business, was 2013. It's been the past 5 years has been an interesting ride, to say the least, with the whole, I don't know, just everything, the progression of the government and the progression of cannabis, Kratom, and it's crazy. I'm loving seeing it, but I hate the government aspect of it. I wish they would just back off and leave us alone.
Yeah, I really do too. I'm not a fan of, for many reasons, I'm not a fan of the DEA, and I'm not a fan of the FDA. And I honestly feel like a lot of what has happened over, and I've heard you say this, over the last couple of years, is I think these, what I like to call alphabet gangs, realize there's money to be made off of this. Yeah. I don't think it's that at all that they care about our best interests in health. I think they want to control it, take it away from everyone for a little while, and then put it back out so that the money goes to them.
Yep, absolutely. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, I might be wrong. I know you agree with me, but that just seems like that's what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, there's hundreds of thousands of us that are speaking out now, not only just about Kratom, but like I said earlier, the CBD, the cannabis, we've got tons of support coming. So this is going to be the revolution right here. I really firmly believe it.
Yeah, I hope so. I keep trying to do stuff online as much as I can to make people aware, and of course you guys have also talked about like there's scare tactics online, and I mean people use fear to their advantage, and that's why I strongly encourage people to do research, and the research is there. The government keeps saying that there's no research, and that's bullshit.
Yeah,
there is. There's tons.
Yeah, well, we're going to make sure that it's all documented in an easy to find format, and we're going to make this happen one way or another, man.
All right, cool.
I appreciate you calling in, and your name is down on the list. I'll be drawing a little later. I'm not sure if it will be live on this podcast, but more than likely, we'll see what happens. Thank you for calling, and feel free to call again any other time we're on the air. You got a good story. We need to keep those going. Thank you for spreading the message,
Derek.
man.
Keep up the good work.
Well, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. That was Mark Gardner. That's 4 names if I include Michelle, 5 names if I include. I'm sure Michelle wouldn't mind paying it forward. Would probably be her idea. I'm assuming here, unless she wants to fiddle around with more teas and whatnot, but I got that covered. All right. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you for coming in. Hey, Rob, how's it going? If there's anybody else that wants to call in, 207-546. I got time for one more quick one if you want. Probably should jump off so I can upload this and get this message out. Oh, well, no, actually. You know what? Put names into a hat here. We still got some viewers. Did I say Mark? I'm sorry. Oh, Matt. Did I say? I did write down Mark. I'm sorry, Matt. Man, I'm so bad with names. My wife yells at me all the time. Matt Burner. Larry Ray. Michelle. Jennifer Carey. Any last one that wants to try and jump in on this? I can take one more name. I'm sure Michelle won't mind. All right. I'm counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. No more calls. All right. So I'm going to lift these names up. And somebody come pick a name?
Pick a name?
Pick a name.
Yep. Pick a name. Your comment.
I need a hat. Is there another? Pick one of those hats up off. They should have been playing like the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune, yeah. Some theme music or something. Huh?
Great.
All right, there they are. In there. Names are in the hat.
Okay.
Oh, hold on a second. I forgot that let's get rid of this. There. All right, so she just picked a name, and the name is
Michelle Daughtry.
Michelle Daughtry. Pick another name. She's going to want it to be paid forward. Lucky day.
Jennifer Carey.
Jennifer Carey. Contact me for your information on the 2.2. Congratulations. Yay. I would keep this going, but my back is killing me. We got a snowstorm coming, and I need to get up and stretch. So thank you for everyone tuning in. Don't forget to like Taunton Bay, Flower Power, Greener Pastures, the Kratom Dash. Yeah, I'll get all the information up. I gotta go pee. Peace.